IRS situation. Listen, a lot of y'all don't understand how this work because y'all not on that tax bracket, right? What happened was that I didn't report my taxes for 2020, 21, 22, and 23. Those years, I done paid $6 million, $2 million in 2018, $1.3 million 2019. For the year of 2020, I'm at 1.8 million. Over $6 million went to the IRS. Like I said, when you make over a certain amount of money, I think they tax you in the state of New York 54%. Biden was trying to raise it to 62% in the state of New York and California. So I moved out of New York to Florida where it has different tax laws. Long story short, thank God we have Donald Trump, who's now the president, who's gonna change a lot of tax laws, because what they do is, like I said, I got an open case right now, so I don't want to talk bad about the IRS, but I quote my president, Donald Trump, these people belong at the border. They just a big gang that comes after your income and everything. So listen, this is not no Airbnb. This is not an Airbnb. This is my house. This is how I really live. Done.
That's a fact.
And bitches who know us, listen, you could be a hater. It's cool. Just remember, you got to pay rent on the first. What's today? Oh, y'all got to pay rent. Listen, you got to pay rent tomorrow. Look at me. Y'all got to pay rent tomorrow. So it's cool to hate, but remember, you got to clock in at 9 a.m. You got to clock in at 9 a.m. tomorrow. You got to clock out at 5 p.m.
It's one thing to watch a celebrity fall off, but it's a completely different feeling when you're watching it happen in real time, piece by piece, right in front of your eyes. And right now, that's exactly what's happening with 6ix9ine. The same man who once flooded the internet with rainbow hair, screaming lyrics, and millions of dollars is now reportedly watching his life get stripped away by the IRS. And this time, it's not rumors, it's not gossip, it's real. We're talking about his house being auctioned, his belongings being taken, his name showing up in places nobody wants to see it. And the most shocking part? People are saying he broke down.
Yo, whack, 6ix9ine broke or nah?
Yeah, he broke as a mother. 6ix9ine ain't got nothing, man. Over there doing bad, bro. I had to send it $20 for some gas, man. Yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's why we was telling the people ain't nothing we can really do for you right now, because broke, bro, is terrible, man. Like, sad thing to see such a talented young man.
Like, truly broke down, crying as everything started slipping away. But here's the twist. This didn't just happen overnight. This story has been building for years. And if you really look back, the signs were always there. The fame, the money, the chaos, the choices. It all led to this moment. And now the same internet that once made him untouchable is watching him hit rock bottom. So how did it get this bad? And is there any way back for him? Because what nobody expected was for it to end like this. Back when 6ix9ine first exploded onto the scene, he wasn't just another rapper trying to make it. He was loud, unpredictable, and impossible to ignore. Every song he dropped turned into a viral moment. Every video pulled in millions of views. And whether people loved him or hated him, they were watching. That attention turned into money fast. We're talking about massive record deals, endorsement opportunities, and shows packed with fans screaming his name. He leaned into controversy like it was fuel. The more people talked, the more he grew. And for a while, it felt like nothing could stop him. But behind all that success, there was always tension. Legal issues started creeping in, court cases, headlines that had nothing to do with music, and slowly the image began to crack. Still, even with all that, he managed to hold on to the spotlight. After everything he went through, he came back online acting like he hadn't missed a step, flashing cash, showing off jewelry, posting stacks of money like it was nothing. But here's what people didn't realize.
Just an IRS situation. Listen, a lot of y'all don't understand how this shit work because y'all not on that tax bracket, right? What happened was that I didn't report my taxes for 2020, 21, 22, and 23. Those years, I done paid $6 million, $2 million in 2018, $1.3 million 2019. For the year of 2020, I'm at 1.8 million. Over $6 million went to the IRS. Like I said, when you make over a certain amount of money, I think they tax you in the state of New York.
Or maybe didn't want to admit, that lifestyle, it wasn't as solid as it looked. Because while he was busy trying to prove he still had it, there were things happening in the background that nobody was paying attention to. Bills, obligations, responsibilities that don't go away just because you're famous. And one of the biggest ones? Taxes. The IRS doesn't care about your followers. They don't care how viral you are. If you owe them money, they're coming for it, and they don't forget. For a long time, it seems like 6ix9ine thought he could outrun that reality, or maybe he believed things would just work themselves out. But what nobody expected was how fast it would all catch up to him.
So what happened between you and 6ix9ine?
Oh, yeah, we talked about.
Because there's dummy vapes on the thing.
Yeah, dude.
So are you mad about that? Should we throw him off the ship, or?
I honestly am mad about that. I mean, dude, it's right. So I got him a deal, right? To play video games
With Rumble?
once a week for an hour.
Damn.
$2 million up front, and he just doesn't do anything.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's pretty much that simple. But it's the fact that he had no money at the time, and he needed money to fucking, he breaks up with his girlfriend, and he needs money to buy Birkin bags for all these black chicks and give away money to make his girlfriend happy. That's literally like the factual story. I need money right now. I have no money, and I gotta make my ex-girlfriend jealous by trying to have sex with all her friends. That's what happened. And he just like, bro, he told the company, I need $2 million up front so I can buy a content house.
Damn.
And they believed it. The guy's an idiot.
Because once it started, it didn't stop. At first, it was quiet. There were whispers about financial trouble, small reports that didn't get much attention. But then, things escalated. The IRS reportedly started digging deeper, looking into his finances, his income, and what hadn't been paid. And once they confirmed what they needed, that's when everything changed. They didn't just send warnings, they took action. His assets became targets. His luxury lifestyle suddenly turned into a list of items that could be seized and sold. And just like that, the things he once showed off to the world became the very things being taken away from him. But here's where it gets even more intense. It wasn't just jewelry or cars. It was his home. The place that represented everything he built, everything he showed the world as proof that he made it, was now being put up for auction. Strangers looking at it, bidding on it, preparing to take ownership of something that once defined his success. And that's when it hit differently. Because losing money is one thing, losing your home, that's personal. People close to the situation started saying that he couldn't handle it, that the reality of what was happening finally broke through all the bravado, all the online trolling, all the confidence he used to hide behind. And for the first time in a long time, he wasn't laughing, he was emotional. They say he broke down, overwhelmed by everything crashing in at once. And if you think about it, it makes sense, because this wasn't just about taxes anymore. It was about everything catching up to him at the same time. The fame wasn't the same, the money wasn't flowing like before, the support system around him not as strong as it once seemed, and the image he worked so hard to maintain, it was falling apart. But what nobody expected was how the internet would react. Instead of sympathy, a lot of people felt like this was karma. They remembered the way he used to act online, the trolling, the disrespect, the way he would mock others without hesitation. And now, seeing him in this position, some people felt like it was deserved. That's the harsh reality of fame. When you build your brand on chaos, people don't always feel sorry when things go wrong. In fact, sometimes they watch even closer. And that's exactly what's happening now. Every update, every detail, every new development, it's all being picked apart online. People analyzing what he did wrong, how he ended up here, and whether he'll ever recover. But here's the deeper part of this story that not everyone is talking about. This isn't just about one man losing money. It's about the pressure of maintaining an image that isn't sustainable. It's about what happens when the lifestyle you show the world doesn't match the reality behind the scenes. Because at some point, the truth always comes out. And when it does, it doesn't matter how famous you are. It hits the same. For 6ix9ine, this moment feels like a turning point, not just financially, but emotionally, because losing everything forces you to face yourself in a way that success never does. All the noise fades, all the distractions disappear, and what's left? Reality. Imagine going from being on top of the world to watching your life get auctioned off piece by piece. Imagine the silence after the cameras stop rolling, after the posts slow down, after the attention starts shifting somewhere else. That's where he is right now, and it's not just affecting him. Situations like this ripple out. Family, friends, people who depended on him, they all feel it. The pressure, the uncertainty, the questions about what comes next. Because when everything falls apart like this, it doesn't just stop at one person, it spreads. And that's why this story hits differently. It's not just drama, it's not just headlines. It's a real-life example of how fast things can change. One minute, you're celebrating success. The next, you're trying to figure out how you're going to rebuild from nothing. But here's the question nobody can answer right now. Can he come back from this? Because we've seen people lose it all before and bounce back stronger, but we've also seen people disappear completely after a fall like this. It all depends on what happens next. Does he take accountability? Does he change the way he moves? Or does he go right back to the same patterns that led him here in the first place? Because if there's one thing this situation proves, it's that ignoring reality doesn't make it go away, and eventually everything comes due. Right now, 6ix9ine is standing in a moment that could define the rest of his life. Not the fame, not the money, but this exact moment, where everything is on the line. And whether people want to admit it or not, there's something human about seeing someone break under that kind of pressure. Because at the end of the day, behind all the headlines, all the controversy, all the noise, he's still a person dealing with the consequences of his choices, and that's something nobody can escape. So now the real question is, what happens next? Does he rebuild? Or does this become the final chapter of a story that once felt unstoppable? Because one thing is certain, the same world that watched him rise is now watching to see if he can survive the fall.